Welcome to Wednesday. As you can see, I'm not prepared for Wednesday at all. So, yeah, as always, my scheduling's all to pot at the moment. I can't get consistent, regular time on the car. Need to sort that out. That's just me being lazy and doing things and other distractions. So anyway, we're here. We've got a bit of time. Not much time, but we've got a little bit of time, so we'll take all the masking paper off, get rid of that. After a day of it nice going off, it's not too bad. There's definitely some areas which I've mostly put on a little bit too much. You can just see it's just run a little bit, and the textures are a little bit different in areas, but overall I'm pretty impressed with that. It will definitely do the job. All the main areas are all good, coated well, got some good thickness on it. But yeah, let's just hope the top coat matches. So yeah, cool. Let's demask it and then I'll talk about what my next things are doing. Okay, a little bit of overspray on things. I'll have to just DA it off. That's my fault for not masking properly. You can also see, yeah, in the ideal world, I should have just done the bottom of the bulkhead. That would have, the bottom of the box section there. That would have worked out a little bit nicer, giving a bit of protection between that and the subframe. Could still do that. Not that, mixing up load more stuff which I haven't got. Anyway, that'll do for now. So what we have got is the subframe mounts have turned up. So we've got, I thought they were reconditioned pins, but I think they're actually just shot blasted pins and all good quality ones for the main pins that go in the back. We could do with putting a little bit of paint on them really before they all go rusty. And I did have some subframe mounts. Where did the subframe mounts go? There we go. Small subframe mounts, as we said. Do you remember that the Mk1 rear subframe just has small subframe mounts all over it? So we'll just check them out. Stuck a little bit of copper grease on there just to try and help it come off later. They seem quite thick, these ones, but we'll find out once it goes on. Obviously, we have the option of over tightening this and squashing it, so we have got the option of moving it inwards. So just waiting for a delivery on some panels for the other Mk1. So yeah, so we'll just pop the other side on. Just doing them a little bit loose so we can have a bit of play. Obviously they don't too tight anyway, it's rubber. I think we've still got one more nut to actually remove from this subframe as well. Damn it, what I've just realised I'm missing. I didn't order up and I need to before I can fit anything. I think, yeah, one of these brackets, but that's just for, that'll be for the other side. Oh yeah, so I don't need them just yet, I just need them to mount the radius arm on, you idiot. So that's good, I've just got a little bolt down there I need to get out. Yes, because obviously these ones are held in by the long pins. Which I think, I don't know if they're supposed to be painted black or green, to be honest. So again, I'm not too sure which way round these go, I need to double check. But as I said, the top one's a bit tricky to get at, so I'd actually put the bigger one at the top, to be honest. So yeah, they go on like that, and then they bolt through the subframe. Per se, obviously. Just a little bit of pour 15 on there, just making it a little bit tight to go through, but that's fine. We'll wind through anyway. So I'll double check if that's supposed to be top high before we bolt it all on. Unless somebody wants to comment, they can. And I don't know what colour I should paint them before. I should try and think black's going to be easiest for now. Otherwise I could just leave them to the end and just paint them green when I spray the car, just mask them up. But I think we'll just try and spot a bit of black paint on them. I think would be the best bet. Oh, lost the nuts. Lost my nuts. Yeah, and you have big washer. That big washer don't go on there, is it? I think these were pins actually, now thinking about it, these washers I'm sure. Need to have a look. I'm pretty sure they don't go on there. So, alright, do a bit of Googling. Just to show that I'm not an expert and I don't remember how to bloody do these things. Because that's a way bigger washer going on there. So unless there's a difference, they could be pins off slightly off the later ones, which may be right, maybe not, but they seem alright. I'm pretty sure a nut and a nylock, bolting that up will be fine. Lovely jubbly, just need a paint. Okay, it is true about what people say about this poor 15 paint. If you leave it laying around too long, it dries up, so it's dried. Give yourself a top layer. I managed to poke a screwdriver through the layer, so hopefully we can just get enough on these. I think we just need to do the end nutting on these. Yeah, just do the ends. Oh, that'll do for them. I'm just going to keep cleaned up and see where my panels are. Okay, gone from one highly productive video yesterday to a very non-productive one. Although we have got a bit of self-frame mounts on. It's a start, isn't it? Other ones are painted dry now. Next day, ordered brake. I've ordered brake kit for the back, so it comes with shoes, springs, all the rear cables, all the rear brake pipes, all the rear subframe already pre-made. It's like 28 quid as well, and it comes with a pipe that goes all the way to the front as well. So that's good. So we can then lay that front pipe in, because what happens is the brake pipe, fuel pipe, and battery cable technically should go under the subframe. So if you ever need to remove the subframe, you know, you can remove the subframe without any issues. You can see when cars are being modified or brake pipes replaced, they go over, you know, they wrap round the subframe, so you can't get the subframe out without bending the pipe. But yeah, so we get them. The only thing I haven't ordered up is a battery cable yet. I was going to double check. I think my old one was a bit dodgy, so we just need to order up a battery cable. But I think I could feed that through anyway once the subframe's in anyway. It's not so much of an issue. So yeah, we've got brake and fuel pipe ordered up, because I need to then get them laid in before we put the rear subframe in. And then we need to just, next thing we need to do is start prepping and get this bulkhead sprayed, which I might try and do like this and then roll it back around again to do the other side. Yeah, prep. And a couple of parts of I'll go show you the panels, and then I'm going to have to call it today. Do apologise. Okay, sorry about the noise, I'm just on this side of the road. Not that I've broken down, but I'm just on my way to work. So I just thought I'd tell you about the other panels that have arrived. Inner A panel, outer A panel, seat cross member, front door panel, you know, on the you can see that's where the little push button is for the light, even the latest ones had them. And a repair panel to go along the doorstep all the way to the back. Dad seems to like those ones, and he seemed to do a good job of it. And I've got him some seam strips as well, because I've been completely missing them on the Mark 1. We're waiting for the drip rails to turn up from M machine, but there's no rush on those, that's for sure. A couple more photos that have come in from my dad. He's nearly done the passenger floor, so check out the Facebook page at some point. I'll upload them then. And yeah, so I don't think it'll be too long before we'll be going up there and doing the same stone load liner on the underside of that car. So anyway, yeah, that's it. Promise I'll get more done. We're going to get the filler out, I think, in the next episode. So anyway, have a good day. What we were going to have for tea? Oh, the wife told me. Oh, pulled pork. Bye bye.